Greetings, everyone. My name is Addervale, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. In today's morning live stream, I'll be covering a combo of both various mid-levels and other levels I find online, primarily focusing on the former. I'll be covering these levels for up to 2 hours, then I'll showcase art, and in a separate stream, I'll sample memes plus some of the short clips he posted on the server. Welcome to the stream Jedok, Oscar, Pixel Boy, Lapadio, Jaden, Buster, anyone else on this list I missed, all the watchers on Twitch, as well as all the lurkers. Thank you all for joining me this weekend. Hey Foxy, it has been a while. Yeah, this week was a little bit more packed in terms of recordings and streams. Alrighty. Let us begin with this stage. Glasswater Contest View 2 by Jedok74. 25 plays and a score of 9. Unused. I will mention that there are two demos I did do recordings of that you haven't seen yet. They'll come soon rather than later. They'll be coming next week. More like suggestion picked from another list of suggestions. Wink wink nudge nudge. Yeah. I do take suggestions for the art viewing song. I tend to be more careful with that because unlike with the memes plus reacts, which is their own separate stream, this is right at the end of the maker stream, so typically I pick video game music, but remixes of video game music are usually fine as well. Hey Dr. Zeos. VGM. It was, at least in assist mode. Alright, it's time for the battles. Roll as usual because I want shield break. And it's funnier to pop his bubble this way. In fact, this is what I did last time, actually. Squish. So yeah, the plan for this weekend is tonight, Steam Next Fest stream, and tomorrow morning and probably tomorrow evening, more Next Fest streams. I want to cover at least 8 more demos. For instance, I actually haven't covered any Metroidvanias yet. I will do at least 2, probably 2 tonight. Well, the purpose of this stage was merely to showcase the aesthetic combinations of the waterfall and glass tiles. So, in that way, it succeeded. And yeah, a week from Sunday, it's the start of Superstar Saga. I penciled it down, let's go. War Blasters was interesting because it's basically like the Flash era of mining game, mixed in with some roguelike progression, and Vampire Survivors to some extent. I don't know if I'll give it its own slot, I'll think about that, but the first one will start on Sunday. Yeah, it's alright to do so. The queue for today is mostly clear. Just send a level ID. Yeah, I knew about the Knuckles series way far back, but I learned it about the same time as I learned about the Sonic 3, the movie. Thank you. That'll be the 4th level I cover. Second up is Venus Remake by Jonathan. 9th place, score of 1. Indeed, they had to retain the joke. The prophecy was fulfilled. Although it's more like Knuckles and Sonic 3, timeline-wise, but... We still don't have the full trailer for the Sonic 3 movie though. That was only a title teaser. B. The combat gameplay got a sufficient amount of time thanks to the arena. That was good. 5 different sets of characters, different enemies to deal with. That was fine. I just didn't show all of it due to time constraints. But the story and adventure gameplay did need a little bit more length. Like 5-10 more minutes, please. You can keep the Mimic as a boss, but leading up to it should be a bit longer. Oh no. What makes this section a lot easier is that, unlike Base World 5, if you slide under spikes, you'll keep sliding until you reach an area which you can stand up on. But in World 5, if you slide under spikes and you don't time it right, you'll try... When the slide ends when it normally ends, you'll try standing up right over the spikes, or right under the spikes, which immediately results in you dying. Basically what Buster said. Here you don't stand up onto spikes, but in that game you do. That's why they put the owl here, to mimic that. Sure. Eep. Almost there. Should have waited at least a few milliseconds. I don't know if the concept is exactly wasted. It's the tutorial. It's just that the demo only included a tutorial, or what's effectively the tutorial, which it gives you a nice taste of power in the various powerful guns you'll eventually get. But there has to be more than that. I mean, you watch the Let's Play of Aeon Drive. They're in the same subgenre of 2D fast-paced precision platformer. Ah yes. We don't... Yeah, I expected this to eventually show up. Chest in the chest was... I don't know exactly how... My main criticism so far is with the tutorialization. Other than that, it's simplistic. Ish. And at the same... It's simplistic, but at the same time, it's not quite Baby's first platformer. Baby's first 3D platformer. Because again, some of the jumps are definitely not exactly geared towards beginners. They can be done by beginners, but... Okay, maybe I'm underestimating beginners. It's just when you say babies first, I expect something a little bit more lenient initially. Alright, let's do this. Number 3 up is Balloon Trip Challenges by Oscar. 17th place, score 6. None I can take so far, Buster. Balloon Kid. Oh yeah, beat Let's Go, of course. Beat Let's Go if I land on a solid object, which actually makes these balloons a lot more hazardous. Yeah, you fixed the ceiling, so we can't just cheese the entire stage. So yeah, tonight and tomorrow, all the demos I'll showcase, most of the demos I'll showcase, I believe are going to be solid hitters. And on Sunday, 2 of the games are definitely Mega Man inspired. One directly so, the other indirectly so. When I say indirectly, I mean, it definitely has the Mega Man inspirations. It doesn't play like a Mega Man game though. Whereas the first one straight up plays like one. Checkpoint. Enemies. Your favorite map is Payload Upwards. Primarily it lends itself to cool movement from the explosive classes, and partly because it's good for trolling. It's good overall minus a few bad sightlines. How close are we to the end, Oscar? Checkpoint again. I hope this is the second to last. I hope this is the last part of the stage. Three phases. I get what you're trying to do with this stage, but oh good, something more interesting. Yeah, I kind of wish this was the second phase. Like the second phase only introduced some ring enemies and slightly more difficulty. This one actually introduced something more substantial, the rain, and it was shorter. Like if this became the second phase and the third phase added some more new stuff, I'd like this more, but as it stands right now, the second phase just went on for too long and didn't add enough changes. Hey Lorenz, welcome to the stream. I'm covering Veer's mid-levels. Thank you! Alright, one sec. Got it. Fourth up is NRS3 Plumbed Paradise by Dr. Zeos. 38 plays and a score of 20. Speed running time. I say that, but now I'm playing very cautiously in a few spots. After all, dying is the ultimate time loss. Oh. Too far. I tried jumping. I really wish I could break through the rocks like that with the oil slider. This would make... wait a sec. I won't take the... Well, it is a no reset speedrun level. Or one designed for that. So of course it's going to be a bit higher quality. I haven't played any NRS stage I'll say is worse than okay. All of them, pretty much everyone I played is actually decent. Decent at the very least. At least from the ones people sent me. Rush wards. If only I could go a few more inches. Of course, if I bonk on the side, it dissipates. But it's not as bad as, for example, Beat. Now that is one that causes more problems. This time I'll be a bit more patient. And despite some of the difficulties I'm having, that's more because I'm trying to rush. It makes very good use of its main mechanics. Namely the waterfalls and the gravity. I knew it was possible. And if I was actually a skilled speedrunner, I could have beaten this win in about 2 minutes. Indeed. It's not exactly a hard stage, it's just intermediate to skilled. I made this look harder than it actually is because I was trying to rush. If I took my time and was more patient, this would be no probs. GG. Currently my favorite level of the episode. Of this and the previous episode, in fact. Well, the one down would probably be Knights and Guns. And to some extent, Chester. What's more of an issue, more so Chester, the first one feels more like it was an issue with the tutorialization, or rather, only having the tutorial. Very solid work, Dr. Zeos. Thank you for sending it. Fifth up is Crumbling Castle by Lorenzo VD. 20 plays, score 0. Let's see this. Fire blocks, conveyors, and lava. Yeah, not much chase, but got stuck on the ladder a bit there, but I don't care. I mean, there are also worse ones, but I'd rather use Chester, or in the future, I'd rather use Chester or a Knights and Guns as a metric for problematic or lackluster Steam Next Fest demos. underestimated the time. That's fine, I can speed this. If I just waited, I would have survived that. Or if I simply barreled forwards. I only have myself to blame for that. What I should have done, instead of wasting 1 minute getting back here and dying again because I initiated too much on the left side. The checkpoint must be right after that room too. Minor difficulties aside, these sorts of jumps are always a nuisance. Especially when you have to spend 45 seconds to get back there only to die again. Especially in this game where I have to be a lot more cautious with the controls. Next time, do it lower. I know, just jump better. That's what I'm trying to do next time. It's not the worst thing I see in this game, or even the worst gimmick. Not a chance. When the game had not as good controls and physics, yeah, the Sparkman platforms were one of my least favorite mechanics, or gimmicks. Whoa! Lag. Alright, I jumped better this time. That's what I'm saying. When the game had... In the early days of Maker where the controls weren't as good, I didn't used to like the Sparkman platforms here. But now that they've actually been fixed, the controls and physics to some extent, I actually find them... I don't hate them anymore, basically. I'm neutral to them. Neutral to somewhat positive. Or to put it another way, let's just say that the Sparkman platforms I used to dislike due to not the Sparkman platforms exactly themselves, but game engine wonkiness. Right. Can I absorb this using the... Nope. I want the E-tank. I'm gonna do... Okay, Wart. Hey, Panta. Bring out the healing. Watch as this speed, it becomes easier than that. That spot. Okay, no, the boss isn't here yet, thankfully. So, for this last section, probably last section, Sparkman platforms, conveyors, and lava. Or maybe there's another section after this. As right now the stage is about 3 minutes long, assuming you don't die repeatedly. Up to it. And it's actually fairly generous with the ease. Like that one was almost a freebie, or pretty much a freebie. Oh boy, it's Ring Man. The fire bar has actually made my life a bit easier thanks to damage boosting. Outside that one spot, which I still find the hardest part of the stage, I like this quite a bit. It made nice use of all of its mechanics, decent at the very least. I can see why I got the negative score because of some of those jumps, but overall, it wins more than it loses. It's a W. Sure thing. I'm gonna loop back to Oscar for the next 2 stages, then well, I'm gonna do 1 stage by Oscar, then I can loop back to you. So feel free to send another one. Okay, before I loop, most popular, I'm saving you for last Lepadio because it's the Golden Orb Temple. Sixth stop is Moliere Man by Galaxy Man. 102 plays, score 38. If you say kind of, that means, oh my goodness. Expect difficulty. How do I break through this? Got it. Just making sure I didn't forget his special weapons properties. Well, this E-Tank's now a freebie with base. and a minor challenge for Mega Man. Same with the Sea Tank. So effectively for this stage, base is easy mode. With his dashing and double jumping, I can just make jokes of all these challenges. But to be fair, it's a Galaxy Man stage, and most of theirs is... to put it bluntly, and sorry to say this, kinda mediocre. Yeah... There are a few Mega Man X fan games out there. Really? Even with Mega Man, that's still too much of a freebie. There are some spots where base is forced to fight some enemies, but they're only like a few seconds. Sure, let's stack up even more on the tanks, why not? This stage really only needed one E-tank and a tougher challenge for the M-tank. Interesting, he's actually immune to this. That's an uncommon weakness for him. It is hard to design a stage around multiple characters, but it also depends on their moveset. Like, you can design a stage, it's not too difficult to design a stage specifically for Mega Man and Proto Man, because they have a similar moveset, and the shield itself is only really relevant when jumping. Like, if you give Mega Man the charge shot and sliding, there's little difference. Now, if you have Roll, that can become a bit of a challenge because she doesn't really have a long range option by default. She's short range locked. And her Roll doesn't go over one block gaps, so you have to be careful there. Base is the one I find who tends to have a level built more for him due to his dash jumping and double jumping when he has it. So typically in these sorts of stages, there's one route designed for Mega Man and Proto Man, and sometimes Roll, another route designed specifically for base. And sometimes if they want to go further, a route also designed for Roll. It also depends on what weapon you give them. Like, I'm assuming the defaults like Mega Buster for Mega Man, Proto Buster for Proto Man, the Broom for Roll, and the Base Buster for base. Thank you, Dr. Zeos. I'm gonna loop around this. So, how did this get 40 likes? Not sure. I guess they have an established fan base, or a streamer play. They either have an established fan base or a streamer play their level. A decently popular one. It's probably a mix of the two. Like, I wouldn't really give this stage an upvote because, for a stage called Moliere Man, it didn't really leverage the Molieres enough. I wouldn't mind the stage being a bit too generous with the E and M tanks, had it actually utilized what it's trying to be in the title. Was he a Mort Cut Man? That's the question you'll have to ask yourself. If I were to answer that, I'd say no. Besides, there's an alternate way to get that. Alright, back to Oscar. Seventh up is Circus Charlie Arcade Challenge by Oscar. 34 plays, score 7. Run. At least there's no break the balloons challenge. At least there's no pop the balloons challenge. Swing. The swing challenge. Too late. There are other fan games which should get more mileage out of. And besides, there are other levels in this game which are which I'd say are better constructed but don't get as many upvotes. So it's not just copium. Hovers. Yeah, it's an unfortunate fact that a lot of the easier levels in Maker, easier and easiest, get the most upvotes, or have a larger share of the upvotes, and on top of that, difficult stages tend to get downvoted if enough people play them, especially outside their target niche. Well, the levels that tend to get upvoted the most tend to be the ones that are a little bit the most straightforward to complete. They have a jokey or a Mimi title. They have a jokey or Mimi title. They're from an established creator. Or some streamer or creator streamed their level. And/or they got lucky. A bunch of factors. I'm just spitballing all of them. Like, throughout my journeys of playing a Mega Man Maker, I would actually say that most of the levels I've sampled or covered aren't even Kaizo. They maybe died Kaizo, which is to say, harder than your traditional difficult stages, but not quite Kaizo. People overuse the term for that. Phew. FYI, I don't get ad revenue from this game, if you're answering that question. Much like fame and success in real life. Yeah, in real life, it's the way I see it. It's a combination of skill, luck, and how much influence your family has before that, or your. I was gonna say previous background, but it's more like how much money and influence your family had, and how much you're putting to support you. Skill, luck, okay. Skill, luck, support, and nepotism. That's how I'd say it. Oh no. Skill, luck, support, network, nepotism. If you have all four, you're basically guaranteed to be successful. I'm saying, well, I said basically guaranteed. That's not quite true, but it's extremely likely. It's the most likely at that point. I feel like Kaizo's super precise jumps with very specific tech. Yeah, pretty much. It's basically super precise jumps, stages require a lot of precision in general. And various tech. Various game tech, some of which may not be straightforward. Wait a sec. If you want to have a modicum of success, you need at least one of them. When I say modicum, I mean a chance, any modicum chance at some level of success. Because even if you succeed, you may succeed at a different level of success. Like, not everyone can be the quote-unquote superstars, or even regular stars. Most streamers, for example, most live streamers I see, for example, only have single-digit viewers, if any, which is kind of sad. It's like the 0.1 of the 0.1%, which have tens of thousands of daily viewers who attend their every stream, or thousands. I'm just exaggerating numbers, but you get what I mean. Like, even here, there's only about 10 or 12, at least 10 people watching. I got really lucky with the placement of... I got really lucky with how I was already covering Mega Man fan games on this channel, and how I decided to cover Mega Man Maker from the day of release. I got a lot of viewers that way, and most of you stuck by me. You may have gaming skill, but the issue that gets a bit more complicated because then you're competing with other ones directly, other players who may or may not be more skilled than you, and it also depends on how big the game's audience is. You may be competing for... It's like this case of a big fish in a small pond. No, I don't get paid for uploading. I don't have the ads turned on. But I do get game keys thanks to subscribers. That's one way of looking at it. Life is a... I cherish life. After all, every day may be your, today may be your last. But enough of taking existential dread. Let's go back to Maker. A-Dop is Twisting Tunnels by Lorenzo VD. 47 plays, score 13. It also depends on what you define winning at life is. And whether you care about quote-unquote winning. Again, it depends on what you want out of life. I wouldn't say that's an end goal exactly, it's an ending. I disagree. Like, what is a side quest anyways? And who defines that? Okay, let me end it off. I'll end off with this. Thank you for stepping in. I just find that life is what you make of it. Who decides what the quests, side quests, the primary objectives, secondary objectives are is dependent on you, in the end. And I plan to try living my life to the fullest. And part of it is by streaming these. That's why one of my main criticisms for myself for this channel is I wish I could do more. Learning school. That's why I say it's a self-criticism. It doesn't necessarily have to be realistic exactly. Do as much as I can. Do as much as we can. Come on. Come on, doggy. That's how we do it. Nope. I swear there would have been something there. You can't meet the standards of everyone you meet. Especially when some people have contradictory standards, or don't necessarily hold people to consistent standards. You have to pick and choose. It's important to note down people's standards or other standards, but actually meeting them is, or all of them, is a fool's errand. There are some important ones imposed by society, and there are consequences for not meeting standards. Like, there are some standards or morals you have to follow, or the consequences are pretty dire. But trying to meet every single one of every person you meet, yeah. But those are my 3 cents. 3 bolts. Growing up, I used to worry a lot more about measuring up to some of the people I followed, until I realized, wait, I'm not them, nor do I exactly want to be exactly like them. Because I saw the benefits of that, because I saw all the good things they had, but didn't realize some of the downsides of that. Fame is not necessarily all sunshine and roses, for instance. Hello. I kind of like the stage with the Sparkman platforms more, but this is solid. I don't know if it's the first time here, we could say. Oh, right. Okay. Let's continue on with Dr. Zio's stage. Ninth up is Mega Man Refresh Wily's Orbital Station by Dr. Zeos, 30th place, score 17. I at least recommend you check out the demos for Pepper Grinder and Hottie. Pepper Grinder, it's like a very solid spiritual successor to Drill Dozer. Tongue twister there. And Hottie mainly for the story and music. I kind of overstated how good the gameplay is there, but I really like it. Oh, have I played Superstar Saga before? Yep. I've played and beat it twice. I didn't 100% it, but I did play and beat it. I didn't play any of the other Mario and Luigi games because I didn't necessarily have a DS. Sure, send in the ID and I can check. We're doing this now. pulled off three on top of each other. Welp. Sure thing, Artemis. I'm gonna cover Kirili's first, and then yours. That's an unfortunate thing, but... I mean, I could try starting these morning streams at earlier times, but we'll see. I will say that the hard at rebuild streams and the eventual edited LP videos did extremely well relative for this channel. Like the first episode alone got over 1,000 views, and all of them got at least 100. And for those not keeping an eye on the updates, they released a major update to the game which fixed a lot of my issues. Not so much in the level design, but more so in the controls. Like, tiptoeing's now there, the Mecha Dragon's a lot easier to fight, maybe a little bit too easy, maybe they nerfed it a bit too much. Thank you, Lorenzo. I will say that overall your levels are decent. I would say my main suggestion would be to try putting a bit more involved uses of mechanics, like more involved combinations. Okay, that's safety. The most fun stream I had this year would probably be the Freak Jam stream. Overall, because that was fun. And last year, that probably one of the top ones would be the Sage, Christmas Sage one with Super Freaks. Hey Brazen, welcome. They know about it. It probably won't happen. It's not the jaw I'm worried about so much. It's this thing. Especially as it can break right through the block. And if I jump, every time I jump higher, the magnet stops pushing me back. Oh, come on. Wait, you don't move? Okay, the game's now trolling me a bit. Well, thank you for the full refill. This is about as involved as the NRS stage, but for a different reason. Alternate pad or something else? Of course, you put spikes right there. I almost made it. I thought that could potentially be safe, but it wasn't. Yes, please. I hope you bought it on sale at the very least. At this rate, unless I'm extremely attracted to the game, I almost always just buy them on... I pretty much always buy them on some level of sale. Now I go in here. Well, they're in the original GB version. Yeah, it was Anchor Stage. What was Anchor's weakness? Well, I have 200 shots to figure this out. Alright, that does make him easier. Can't tell when he's gonna jump or... And of course, the sword extends his hitbox up, which is even more. They're gonna have to be at 9, I'm afraid. $6. Okay. And there's no wind-up before when he goes to the side, he immediately raises his sword. I see. I mean, he's fine if you don't take double damage, but he's pretty fast and unpredictable. If there was a little bit more wind-up before he lifted his sword, it'd be fine. I mean, some stages of patios spend over half an hour on it, so... I've seen way harder. Okay, no weakness. But I can slow him down. Yeah, that's basically his weakness, effectively. GG. It takes him from being a very difficult fight as Proto, or somewhat difficult, to being not a cakewalk, but intermediate. Okay, it was heavily discounted due to being on the Tree Amigos bundle, plus the second discount. That was a fun stage, although Proto Man was basically hard mode. If I were to replay this stage, I'd probably play it as Mega Base or even a Roll. Let's see. Okay. Tent Up is Burnerman's Little Sleepover Party by Achdemis. 9 plays, score -2. With the latest updates, Jaden, the Mastermind is not even the hardest boss fight. It is still a super boss, but no longer the hardest one. Put a spike right here. Redacted is more like Redacteds, but yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna be looking forward to that. My plan is I'm gonna play some of my Eterna, then I'll return to Eterna. Because I want some warm-up. If I return to Eterna immediately, I'm gonna be dropped face first into endgame difficulty, which for that game means Diet Kaizo. So yeah, warm up first, please. But right now, my primary objectives are beat Superstar Saga, starting from next week, and then after that, if I have time before the before the 1-month vacation, Code Bunny. This is called Burnerman's Hideout, which I guess is fair. I don't know what else I'd call this. We don't exactly have the spears in the background though. Alright, I never got to ask. When you say those games, TM, which ones are you referring to? I'm getting a bit jumbled up from the history there. Ow. Alright. Fell right through the sand. I thought there was like a solid ground there. Oh, I know exactly what you're referring to now. The funny thing is the title is kind of if you just take the first two words in the title, it's generic to the point where I don't recognize what you're referring to. But in its entirety, yeah. Okay, I'll look into that. If it's on sale, I'll pick it up. It probably won't be a full playthrough, but sample. This pyramid's packed. I'll probably do a combination of... I'll probably do a let's try. I know you can see the stage select. And I know you can also skip levels, so maybe that'll be the case. I don't know about you, but this arena actually makes them easier. This was Burnerman's level, was it? I've lost track of what we're doing here. Oh my goodness. Let me clarify what I said. What I meant to say instead of generic is that when someone says those games, I'm thinking of something else, like referring to some series of games which are notable for some reason. Not a game literally called those games. Like if someone says, I want you to play those games, I think, oh, it's like a set of it's like a set of games they want me to play, not a game literally called those games. I hope I explained that. Like when you recommended those games to me, Buster, I thought initially you were referring to the 3 other games that were mentioned in the server under suggestions. Okay, that's actually a bit fun. Oh no. It also eats the ground, so I need to time it right. Exactly. Thank you. Oh no, not those. Yeah, give me a sec, let me finish the stage and I can bring that up. Okay, I do need to chew it from the other side. It only destroys the blocks on the left side, not the right side. Suddenly the stage has become a lot trickier. I thought it was going to be more of a... It was going to keep the same difficulty curve, but now it threw this curveball at us. It's not difficult, but it's more difficult than before. Noticeably so. Which I appreciate, as it actually makes the stage interesting. Bit lucky there. Oh no. Why do you have to shoot missiles at the same time? Give me a sec. That's it. Too far back now. Give me a sec. I don't want to rush at this because I'll get caught. If I could just rush coil on that thing. It's a timing puzzle, but the problem is instant death is everywhere, so I have to play it really cautiously. There! Well, you already suggested. That's why I said to be careful and pick your choices carefully. I already covered it, so you can't go back. I mean, Ultros looks like a cool Metroidvania, and I'll likely look into it, but... I mean, I've heard a lot of interesting things about it. I may cover Sunday evening, but we'll see. Okay, that was a penultimate challenge, I guess. But oh goodness. Because there was no checkpoint nearby, I played it really safe. Tap jump, got converted to full jump. Classic. When will the stage end? Ah, we're back in the jungle. Hey, Nuclear. The reason why I didn't play more aggressively with that puzzle was the checkpoint was several screens away, and I didn't want to have to repeat the earlier challenges too. If there was a checkpoint closer by, I would have been more. Just really one. Again, unfortunately, most people on this channel are mainly into Mega Man Classic and fan game related stuff, or retro games. But it's to be expected, I kind of built this channel off of that. Damage boost me. But that was a cool boss though. I don't know how to define this stage in terms of identity because it feels like we're going through a series of levels. Too soon. Yeah, it's a string of level concepts combined to one. Oh, go. That's out. I am not gonna risk my life for the E-Tank there. That's not a freebie. It is definitely not a freebie, which solves my earlier complaint. Like most of the tanks I encounter throughout these stages are basically freebies. That is definitely not a freebie. That's actually a significant challenge, so it fits. I would make a joke here saying, are we there yet? Did we make it to Burner Man's birthday party yet? Dead. Because that jump is, Hardest part of the fight, that jump. Remember, it's a fan, and you know how strong fans are in this engine. And finicky. So yeah, use the wind tornado to get past. Oh my goodness, when will the stage end? It's like 3 or 4 stages back to back now with different level concepts. Yeah, I think so too. That'd be a good addition. Maybe? I should have tried it actually. This is turning into extended patio without the difficulty. Like functionally this is a fortress stage, or several fortress stages. And some of the ideas are interesting, like the rolling drill section, and the section with the fans. The fans and the bouncing balls, but there comes a point where you should probably end the stage. Like, this would be a good point to do it. Like, there are several good points of doing it already. Are there just 2 more bosses? Yeah, I didn't think we were taking the roundabout way to get to the picnic. Okay, in contrast, this E-tank is so much easier to obtain. The hard part is just squeezing in there. Of course, it doesn't want to spawn, because this is Maker. This is also a crowded room. At least it feels like we're making progress. There are some stages where it's not clear if we're actually making progression. Okay, Astroman? Alright, we're almost there. There's probably 2 more sections left because we're running out of special weapon slots. One HP. Oh boy, 1 HP burner, man. But he was stuck in his corner. Huh? What? Back up. What happened? Defeating Burner Man doesn't actually beat the stage. Oh no. Don't tell me this has a troll dev exit. Wait a second. Let me guess. If they're gonna be a bit nicer, then they have the exit be very close to the end. I think I know what they're going. Okay, I see it. I get the trick. They be doing a little trolling here. Because this is one of the few holes that didn't have any tellies, that didn't have any tackle fires come out of it. I know, it's stupid, but we be trolling after all. Also, the troll continues a bit. So let me anchor myself. Gap up here. Key. Use it to get through. Yeah, that is... imagine just spending over 20 minutes on this stage, then you get to this point wondering, what am I supposed to do? It's both brilliant and jerkish considering the sort of stage that really should have been three or four stages by this point. Alright, we finally made it to the picnic, for real. The leaf shield can block his flamethrower. That's pretty hilarious. Like, I'm not using my E-Tank yet until I figure out if he has a weakness. Well, I guess it's the same reason why the hot dogs are really weak to the leaf shield. I guess. Well, it hits everyone. Why he's really weak to this, surprisingly. Hey! You know, I was half expecting they were gonna pull off a troll exit and place the actual exit of the stage right near the beginning of the stage. Or midway through. But this is a lot nicer. Oh no. Okay, I think I should take out Burner Man first, then Wily. Burner Man by far is the bigger threat. If I can get him to use the flamethrower, I can stand like there and get constant hits then. It was down a pit. Alright, here it is. Ah, I got... Get me off of this thing. No flamethrower yet. Now we got the flamethrower. Now this fight's gonna be tricky as I don't have another E-tank. And of course, Burnerman doesn't have a weakness, because why would he? Latch. I can whittle him down using the noise crush charge. That is true, but if I had another E-tank, I could damage tank it. Alright, eat it. Okay, if I defeat Burnerman, it takes out everyone. So, 2 for the price of 1. This took over half an hour, and according to the fan website run by Mecha, poor Captain Corndog, for them it took an hour. Man, this stage went on for quite a while. It felt like a collection of different level ideas broken up via different sections. And seeing as it's almost completely linear with some minor optional collectibles, I'd honestly say to break this up into 3 smaller stages. Maybe 2 if you want to be a bit less generous. At minimum 2. And that last trick with falling down that block, it's like a minor troll there, or minor trick. And then of course you have to jump up one of the holes to find the key. You can do the last fight without the use of E-tank, but it's rather tricky. Oof. So yeah, that was Burnerman's not so little picnic, birthday party, sleepover. Maybe make the hole a little bit more obvious. Like, it doesn't really stand out as much from the others. The reason I was able to pick it out is because I know a few other stages use the exact same trick. Now, give me a sec to recover and I'll... I will note that the section with the rolling drills, even though I spent a lot more time there than I probably should have, that was my favorite part of the stage. It could probably be speedrun within about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. 10 if they're really fast and practiced. I take viewer submissions on stream and on the Discord. Yeah, they did. The problem is, due to the length of the stage, I'll have to end it off right now, I'm afraid. So, but your level will be the first one I'll cover next time. Yeah, I accept them through the live stream and the Discord. Although, if you want to submit a level ID and I'm not streaming Mega Man Maker, I prefer the Discord or Twitter or /X, Blue Sky, etc. Yep. Yeah, if you go to start here, I listed the link to my Blue Sky account. I've been there for about a month or two. Seeing as X is going downhill on a rapidly accelerating pace. I don't find that to be a sad thing. Thank you. I'll start posting more permanently soon enough. I do too. I do too. Alrighty then. Due to the lack of time, I'll save the patio and nuclear stomps levels for next week. I'll do nuclear first. So, of the 10 viewer submitted levels I covered in today's morning stream, my favorite one would definitely be NRS3 Plumbed or Plumed Paradise by Dr. Zeos. Thank you for sending your level, and thank you for everyone else who submitted your levels to me. It's really appreciated. Yeah, sometimes it happens. Oh yeah, because you put it even further back, yours will be first, Kirill. So yeah, you can find me on the following platforms, also linked in the description below. So with all that said and done, it is time for the art showcase.
He got away from us.
Gonna start with this comic.
I saved the tracker. Let's go, man, before he gets too far. No. He's mine. You sure? He's got big teeth.
But he has them too. Alright, music. Hedgehog Day. Yeah, I missed the tweet bird. Such a shame to throw away the 10 years old branding by that point. Extreme recognizer replacing with something so generic. I did, Krill. Power debut. Super, Hyper, and the ones from Superstars. Egg done. Oh, sorry, it was removed. Because it was a repost. Okay, let's see it. Actually, no, they may not want to share it this way, so I'll save that for later. But I actually have seen that one before. It is very good. On my other account. Happy B-Day. Family Bond. Yeah. Aw. Yeah. Relevant. Now for the amazing digital circus. Aw. Yeah, stick together next time. Don't get glitched out. Don't get abstracted. Roll in the jester getup. Yep, I do. Just make sure when you submit art by other people to, if their signatures are not obvious, please direct click the source and or the artist's name. Who is in a jester costume, Pixel Boy? Beat Call, Eddie Call, Tango Marine. Mega Man 2 special what? Well, a bunch of them actually. Leaf, Shield, Water Wave, Atomic Fire, Flash Stopper, Hornet Chaser, Super Arm, Wheel Cutter, and Gemini Laser. Roll. All these are from the same artist, so it's fine. Nice. Knock knock. The echidna's here. The funny thing is, I wouldn't, this doesn't look as out of, this looks less creepy. This one on the other hand looks foreboding. In any case, this marks the end of the stream. Thank you to everyone who either submitted their levels, submitted their art, or just participated in chat. It's due to your continued support why I continue to produce new content for our channel. It is really appreciated. So, if you're enjoying this or any other piece of content on the channel, please rate, comment, favorite, and or subscribe, as they all help it out. Don't forget to follow me on X, Mastodon, co-host, and Blue Sky as well, and join my Discord server as I regularly post updates there. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all in a future Let's Play